How are we all doing today? We have a big one planned for today. Kinda. So, all right. Hello, everybody. So I'm here. I'm here with Kneesnap and Druaga1. And we are going to be looking at I guess we're going to be starting with looking at the next 5 builds from where we kind of ended off last stream. What's kind of interesting about this going into it is that Druaga has not seen any of these, I'm guessing. So these are going to be kind of blind to him. But yeah, so I'm going to unmute them. You guys are unmuted.
Hello.
Hello. So...
Kneesnap didn't say anything.
Kneesnap did not say anything, but he is here.
I'm here.
Okay,
there
yeah, he is here. So, I guess without further ado, let's just get on with it. I've also kind of made a newer stream layout. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I was streaming in 480p before because I figured it wasn't really that important considering we were just streaming a PlayStation 1 game. But I figure, considering this one's going to be a little bit higher quality, I figured I'd actually make a genuine stream layout for this. So, here we go. We're going to start off with, we ended with build 25 last time.
Sounds right to me.
Cool.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. My fiance is our special guest. So our third special guest. I'm kidding. All right. This one?
So you've done up to 20? Like,
so
you have all 20?
We've done everything from the pre-recode up until build 25 is kind of where we ended off last time.
Okay.
Or maybe it was 26 actually. Now that I think about it, because I noticed the date was the same on both of them, so I think I might have done both. I don't totally remember. Kneesnap might remember better than I. My memory is failing me.
Honestly, I think we stopped at 25, but I could be wrong.
I'll start with 26. Why not? Give us a refresher anyway.
Okay.
So
We're currently in documentation mode, right?
Well, I say documentation mode, but we're kind of just playing this, and then when we go and look back at it later, or rather when the Frog Highway server looks back on this later, they can kind of acknowledge the changes as from somebody who's actually playing the game rather than just looking at the files and seeing what's different, because sometimes you miss things doing things that way, Okay, so to respond to R7, is that person's username? So
I don't even see it.
These are 5 builds that I think they already dropped. 10 builds dropped last stream, but I only did 5 of them because I ran out of time. So Okay. Sorry, I said R7. I could not remember what the number was for some reason.
No, that was right.
Cool.
I'm afraid I'm gonna start getting like mad hungry once we start.
That is A-okay.
It's going to happen.
Oops. Hold on, let me reset the...
Good to know the Hasbro Interactive thing didn't change the entire time. Just sent them like a VHS tape of the intro, and they're like, there you go, put it in the game.
Oops. Okay, well, it's gonna have to do. I'll move this little GIF right here up a little.
R7, I think the build dates for these you already put on TCRF.
Okay, so this is, I don't even remember what the date was. August 15th? I don't think it said a date at the beginning. Normally
August
they do.
15th, what year?
1997.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. So
And what was the official release date of the whole game?
September. Kneesnap knows probably better than I. September somethingeth?
The release of the final game, the last build for US was September 23rd.
Okay.
We should have done the triangle method, as it's called, by us Frogger prototype players. You wouldn't get it.
Triangle method.
So on the main menu, when you press triangle, it brings you to a full level select rather than like a unfinished partial.
Okay.
Because there's no actual progression in these builds yet. So when you play through the levels, they don't actually...
Doesn't unlock any.
Yeah, nothing gets unlocked.
Yeah, all those little textures for those blocks kept changing all the time.
Yeah, these ones are pretty low res. I mean, they kind of, on the whole, kept a lot of their design elements. I mean, like the leaf, the cloud, the little fish here. They pretty much all stayed the same. They just got higher res.
But that car is different.
The car is different.
The car.
This is retro. But I remember when I was younger, I would look into the instruction booklet, and there was a screenshot of this, or a similar build to this, and I thought that the car zone was like a totally separate, unused thing or something. Anyway. Let me know if the game is too loud. I had to turn it down a little bit there.
I need to unmute it to...
I don't think there's anything...
It's probably about the same volume as me.
Let me turn it down like a little bit more.
Oh, no, it's not. No, I'm definitely louder.
Oh, shit. I'm nervous.
Yeah, so I think this
Like,
is,
I freaked out a little bit there when you went to respawn.
These builds have that issue where his idle animation, he's fine, and then he just kind of like does a little...
Yeah. I think this is the first build that we kind of see this this new weird kind of froglet design. Is that a bug in the ground right there?
That is.
I think that was.
Awesome.
Yeah, you were not standing on the green.
For some reason, these builds keep changing the retro levels in very strange ways. Like, you would think that these levels would be the most, like, obvious to finalize, but for some reason they just kept doing weird things with them. Like, I know in some of the earlier ones there would just be, like, vehicles in the water, and, like, the snake would get really big and, like, glitch out. Like, I don't know how they managed, but...
It's kind of understandable, because, like, it's the first thing that anyone plays. You want to make sure it plays really, really good.
It was probably also easiest to test things on such
sure.
simple levels, too.
So another thing these builds have is, no clip. Seems to do this.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
Is there a dev from the game in the chat? Who is Eric Marcy?
That's just somebody in the community.
Somebody in the community, okay. What is STSTing?
I don't know.
So if I can remember correctly, one of the... What was I gonna say? I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, if I can remember correctly, one of the things that I witnessed was that the gold frogs were kind of being implemented at this point in time, so they're a little bit weird.
Were those supposed to be like tire tracks on them?
Yeah.
Or is that just, oh my god.
So
that got taken out.
So we can kind of go back and see, but in the earlier ones, like when he gets hit by a car, that same effect is there, but it's the wrong texture. So for ages, when you died, it was just like an eyeball texture all over you. It was very strange.
One of them even has the game over texture, just like plastered onto the ground. So it says game over both on your screen and on the ground.
I'm gonna fly over these because I feel like the 25 FPS is screwing me up a little bit.
It's just so funny to see.
Oh, what's up? Gold frog.
Yeah, imagine Frogger and his giant giant body that's the size of a car just randomly floating into the air.
Just flew over the road.
Like, if you think about it, the scaling in this game is really kind of messed up. Frogger's the size of a car, and owls are the size of Frogger, and
Owls are bigger than
Bulldozers look
Frogger.
pretty small, actually.
yeah, just everything is kind of out of proportion.
Should I attempt to get all of the gold frogs in this build and then do the like the ending?
Sure, yeah, because the ending, that was something interesting that we kind of found last time, was that the ending of the game in the jungle level, where you kind of get to see all the gold frogs, is not fully complete yet, and it's kind of changing throughout all these builds.
I'm not used to seeing him do that, like, throat.
It's coming
croak.
from the wrong place on his model too, so it like clips through.
Oh.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a sphere.
Alright.
That mower is still sideways.
Awesome. Wait, why am I here? The gold frog was in... They moved it, right?
Yeah, I forget which version they moved it though. Because if last place I think we saw it was next to the sideways mower in that kind of area.
We don't have regular progression yet, so I can't legitimately play through this build yet. It was spinning lilies? Oh, that's probably why I did that. I mixed up the levels. Wonder if that demon spawn is still here.
I need to unmute this real quick.
Oh no.
Also, it has... Okay, alright. So it has all the music.
Yeah, the music hasn't really changed a whole lot. In some of the earlier ones we played, the music was like... It was mastered a little differently, but on the whole, the songs were still pretty much the same.
Okay.
Were they mastered differently? I actually didn't hear any differences.
They were completely mastered differently. They were definitely leveled a lot differently than the final game. But, like if you
But,
were
like,
to...
all the notes are the same.
Yeah, like the actual instrumentation is the same. It's like the songs aren't going to actually sound different. They're just
Yeah. Okay. Frogger 2 is really, really interesting in that respect because they kind of mastered it twice. It kind of seems like they did it once in kind of the early spring, and then they did it again in the summer. And even weirder, the Dreamcast version is just using early. Looks like the game crashed.
yeah, I do not believe that I can do this. Sorry.
Can we get a crash counter on the screen? Because it's going to go up to the triple digits.
For sure.
You don't actually have to do that. I'm just fucking around.
The interesting thing is that with Frogger 2, it kind of the retail Dreamcast version is just using beta music. Just they didn't update it. They forgot to update it or something.
I don't know if I should actually attempt to do this again, or if that'd be a waste of time.
I'm curious to just see what the ending looks like. Maybe collect a frog or two and then go down to the jungle level and see what's up.
Wondering if this is the level that has the weird crash in it somewhere around like here. I don't know. Still looks good, I think.
I think what we saw before was that you could hop in here, but
Oh, I need to
it didn't
actually
do
beat the
anything-
level.
right.
Oop.
Ooh. One of these builds has a jungle level, which is just for testing the outro. I forget which build that is, but it's in Froglord, and it's the second jungle level. I haven't attempted to load it in game or anything though.
Crash counter 2. You. I said August 15th. I definitely meant 12th.
That's okay. Those dates are wrong anyways.
How dare you?
If like a universal save state just gets you to it's the level select.
Yeah, I just made a save state. Where's the game? Come on. There we go. Oops. The game really does not like it when there's too much on screen.
Hence the zoomed in.
Yep. I kind of wonder if they could have zoomed it out a bit in the final build, because during development we can see that there were really problems with showing a lot on screen, but that problem doesn't really seem to happen at all in the final version. But it still happens. It doesn't crash though.
It would just straight up lock up and not come back.
Yeah, that'd be the same as a crash. In the final, it just lags a lot.
I love cheating, guys. What does that mushroom do? I don't think I've seen that. Or maybe I have,
Yeah,
but I like
jump
glanced
on
over it. Okay.
Alright.
And now when the bird comes around, you can ride it.
Is that true? Wait.
Yeah.
How have I not seen
At
this?
least in some of the ones.
Oh, it's struggling. Or wait, are we? Which one? Is it lagging?
I was
I'll
rewinding.
make sure. Oh, okay.
What? That's crazy. Oh, except the game crashes.
And then it
so
crashes from the camera zone.
Great, now I gotta get all those baby frogs again. Shit.
Yeah, that's kind of something that they screwed up a bit, was if you rotate the camera and then try to do the free movement thing, it inverts your controls as well.
I like how when he gets bit by one of these plants, he has the tire tracks on him. Kind of funny.
Yeah. That's probably related to why they've removed that.
We can't really track down this bug, so we're just stopping it. Or something like that.
Exactly.
Top tier game design. I like how I know this was acknowledged the last stream, but I like how they redesigned the baby frogs. And then they had the old designs of the baby frogs, and they changed the purple one, or they changed the yellow one to purple to make room for the gold frog. And then they changed the baby frog's designs, and then they continued to make it yellow, despite the fact that they already changed it to purple. Just so weird why they decide to do what they do.
It's interesting because the gold frogs in this build are kind of blue, except for in this level where they're orangish. They really were kind of having trouble figuring out what they wanted. I think the last frog here is going to be after the bridge.
Oh, you're right.
Can you drop him on a place you wouldn't normally be able to walk, and he'll just walk? Or
kinda.
Yes, you can drop him there. He won't necessarily be able to walk though.
Make a save state here so I can show you. That's so weird that you can land on the trees like that. I don't know why they... I think depending on what you do.
Oh, was it auto teleporting it back in?
I can go up here. Oh, game crashed.
Oh yeah, that showed way too much. Showed me some orange
So now
stuff.
we have this open, which we saw last time. Although, you know what I think happened last time, which might happen again now, is the ending shows too much on camera and the game crashes, so we can't really see what's going on. Maybe it's just kind of a matter of timing it right, though, so there's less entities on screen for the game to acknowledge. Making so many save states.
That was a long delay.
That was a long delay.
What in? Oh yeah, I've never never seen the ending to this game.
You've
This
never
is what
seen the
happened.
ending of this game?
I've never seen the ending. No.
It's
I don't
kind of like
believe
this,
you.
except less.
You don't believe me? I never beat it.
Oh.
Yep, it crashes at the same point. Probably because it shows too much over here.
Told you I'm a fake fan. I'm a frog enjoyer.
Frog enjoyer.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Gets kicked out of call.
yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of you.
Okay.
What the hell? Okay. I don't know what other things might be of interest in this build. Sorry, Druaga, but like I don't think that there's going to be much else to look at in this one compared to the last one that we saw on the last stream. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I know Draga's probably like, holy shit, like what is all this stuff? But we'll go over the
It's
more.
all very interesting. I'm not bored. If that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, so for us, we're starting to get a little bored by some of the changes because they're starting to wind down in terms of how severe they are. Like there aren't a whole lot of new levels we've never seen before. But let's take a look at the jungle multiplayer level and see if the waterfall is still there.
Oh sure. I'm gonna play this real quick.
Sure.
My favorite level in the whole game.
Is it really?
No, it's mine. That's the word.
Well, you'll be happy to know it used to be even worse.
What the fuck just happened? Hit the wall.
Just when you thought this level couldn't get any worse, it got worse.
And all the baby frogs are at the end of the level.
Check this out.
What? Seriously?
Yep.
You have to go through the whole thing. Well, I guess you kind of have to go through the whole thing each time anyway, don't you?
Uh,
Well, it's not like you set a respawn point on the latest one.
Yeah, but in the final, there's only one frog back here. So and there's a frog at the on the highest pillar, and so you have to go through it several times, but you don't have to go through the entire thing every single time.
Hold on.
I like how everyone is now referencing the 2C Slide remix of this song in the chat.
There was a remix of this song?
I made a meme where Frogger was doing the 2C Slide. What the hell? He was doing the 2C Slide, and I mixed the vocals from that song by Drake into that song from Frogger Goes Skiing. Okay, I don't know if there's going to be much else. Oh, actually, you said jungle multiplayer. Take a look at that.
Yeah.
I have to set player 2 controls again. Oops. One sec. There we go. Yeah, the waterfall's still here.
Yeah.
And they changed the...
Oh. Okay.
Death.
They changed the, They made it so there's more room for you to move around over here, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, once again, the earlier design for the multiplayer Frogger model is one of the cutest things I've ever seen. Look at that little guy.
The reduced polygon count.
Yeah, they totally ruined him in the final game. I don't know why, but in this, his eyes are like way bigger, and he's freaking adorable.
Yeah.
Okay, and we still see this like outline of which player is which is kind of cool. Just in case somebody was confused.
That went away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of wonder why they removed it.
I mean, it looks a little bad, in my opinion, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe what they could have done is change the text in the corner to match the player color. That would have probably been.
I kind of think they did that in the final, but I could be wrong.
All right.
Yeah, don't listen to me.
Let's move on to the next build. This is build 27. This is actually from the 15th. And these are all PAL, I believe, too. These are PAL region. AKA the FPS is slower and it's messing me up because I'm not used to it. But it's only 5 FPS. What does it matter?
Better not be.
Gotta get my frames, man. In a game that's based on the frame rate, I need my frames.
Have you like sped up the frame rate?
I mean, I guess you technically could, but
Well, I know there was a bug in the final game where the frame rate on the main menu went too fast after you like got a game over or something.
I think that was the high score screen.
Was it the high score screen?
they updated the menu to be the final one. I don't think it's really changed much from here.
Yeah, except for the lily pads not changing color.
You're just getting like the shade of the lily pad instead of the color of it. Oh, they changed it so that the moss on the log is only on one side of it.
Must be a bug or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, probably.
I thought it was
I
like the
think-
moss always points south or something. And then that was a reference. I'm
That-
looking way too far into it.
That
Yeah.
honestly is smart, and I didn't even think of that. I'm gonna do what no man has done before, which is open this menu.
Oh, hey, it looks like it works.
It's the same. Kind of weird.
I
Okay.
think Sour Crowd in chat is commenting that Druaga is still alive.
Yes. I didn't die. Spoiler.
Spoiler. It looks like they changed the something. Something's different. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe it's the. Whoa.
Goodbye.
I kind of think that might be the effect used in the retail UK version. That's probably wrong though.
I'm glad that no clip is still available. They changed the gold
Yeah.
frog to actually be gold. I think that might be its final design.
Something
Well-
looks wrong with how it's rendering.
One of its feet
I don't
is
remember it
wrong.
having that few polygons.
Yeah.
What I do remember on it, though, is that texture that's animating, and it's kind of like sliding, and it looks really bad. I know that that's the same as it is in the final game. Oh, it played a different sound. It played the collect sound, but really high-pitched. Shit. Also, the game over... No, never mind. I was imagining things. Wait a minute. I thought I collected it. Did I not?
I think you
Oh.
did. Oh. Okay, well they changed the icon and
its
Also,
position
just
is...
it's floating above everything else.
Yeah.
Also, Lilies is misspelled, I just realized. I think. Lilies. Lilies? Yep. Definitely
Don't ask me if that's wrong.
They don't normally hop in the final, do they?
No. They changed their animation.
I recognize some of those animations, but not all of them.
It looks like it's cycling through its animations or something.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, I noticed one of the legs is kind of got a polygon stretching in the wrong spot.
Where's the evidence that
I mean,
Druaga
I'm really like
replaced with
nitpicking it, I guess.
Sure.
Wait, what?
The sound
Oh.
effect for the flies has changed. I also noticed that it's...
It hates Frogger. Where did I say I hated Frogger? Well, just because I'm nitpicking it, like I just said.
It's because you've never beaten it.
Oh, so that must mean I hate it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you didn't like the game enough.
Maybe
to
maybe
beat
I
it.
didn't beat it because I didn't want to hate it. How about that?
Somehow they wrecked Frogger's croaking animation even further.
Oh, did he always fly to the sky like that?
No, but he has in these builds, which is very funny.
I think I miss that every time that happened.
Dogs? Oh, okay. I was like, you good? I don't know why I'm playing this level. Part of me is kind of morbidly curious if the progression is working yet, but I kind of don't think it is. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's find out. Let's just for shits and giggles play this. Somebody asked Druaga if you watch sports.
No,
Okay, neither do I. Trucks are broken.
not even esports. Not even esports. Maybe I did a little bit because I used to be really into StarCraft 2 stuff. But
What's going on with the lorry there?
Somebody got fired.
oh, the flickering on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't find myself to enjoy sports very much. I just feel like it's, I don't know, not my thing. I know they asked you, and I'm totally answering the question as well. but
Anybody can answer. It's all discussion.
I think esports are more annoying than regular sports. In a lot of ways.
No, why is that?
I don't know. I just can't find myself getting super frustrated at video games. I like doing stuff like this with video games. So like, oh, it plays a different song when you collect everything. It's like if a game is gonna, I don't know. I don't like getting frustrated at games, I guess is what I'm trying to say. If a game gets frustrating to the point where it's like making me hate myself, I'd rather not even bother.
You don't want to like live in a gamer house.
Earn.
No. This is still broken.
If.
Earn.
Remember that old high score input screen? The one that was just a single really long row.
Yeah, that was kind of
Yeah.
insane. Let's see if they've changed the... Okay.
Yeah, the last build was the black screen race screen. And hey, they've finally updated it to Jungle Rumble instead of Rumble in the Jungle.
It's not like a copyrighted name or something.
Yeah, it was probably trademarked, is that right? It was something. Yeah, look at that. They did color the high score text to be
Wow.
the player. They removed the border color.
Crazy. You might
Okay.
you might even
Subtle-
think by my
subtle.
suggestion I should be a Frogger dev, but as a matter of fact, I should not be.
Okay.
You could go back in time and work on this game. What you doing?
They actually went forward in time and heard my what I said, and then they were like, "Damn, we should do that." The game
Yeah, they have
crashed.
time travel technology, and they're gonna get help working on their Frogger game. That's what they're gonna do with it.
You know what? I'm gonna take this opportunity to play it in another language, if that even works.
Yeah,
You
good
gotta
question.
choose French because I'm here.
Yeah. It didn't like. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Oh well.
Wait, that was interesting. It shows a different text. It exits and then it shows quitter as the shadow.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's exit in French, but
Yeah, but you'd think that it would show the same graphic in both.
The shadow is just different from the object.
the shadow is just actually insulting you. You freaking quitter. No, okay. Yeah, this works, except
Oh,
it's a little.
something is the character is a little
Move
offset
is-
in the
Yeah.
character sheet or whatever texture.
Move is still in English, but I don't know French, so maybe that's correct.
I really can't read that much French. It's very, very, very basic.
I swear his animation is getting worse. Like, it's like behind him now.
Yeah, look at that.
This hasn't changed very much at all, I don't think. Does this kill you still? Yes, it does. Whoa! Hello?
Oh my god.
Mm.
That might be because of the language.
Just pulls the data from wherever. Did I already... Yeah, I already looked at that level.
We don't know if they actually fixed the language bugs, because we never played in other languages. The only hope is that somebody did.
These levels haven't been localized. Did I already try progression in this build?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Then maybe we should move on to the next one. Unless there's anything else you want me to try in here.
I don't think so. I think it'd be good to look through these real quick in Froglord at some point to see the unused levels when they exist, like the jungle one. That one's a little bit interesting.
I would love to be able to play those. Is kind of my thought. If there's any way in that I could get them to load in the game, that would be useful, I think. But
Yeah, probably. The problem is I haven't like sat down and made game shark codes and stuff, so probably not this stream. Unfortunately.
that's okay. No rush. Okay, I'm going to maybe move on to the next one because there's not a whole lot that I'm seeing. I mean, I could play through the levels, but again, it's kind of like we're at a point where... What the hell? We're at a...
Not even the devs played through it all.
Yeah. Why is the lorry transparent? Why does everyone keep calling it a lorry?
Because that's
what it
internally
is.
what it's called in the game files.
Us Americans call it a truck! Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna...
It's just a Frogger truck.
I'm gonna go to the next one.
I honestly had never heard the word lorry before I saw it in the Frogger files.
Oh my god. Oh lord.
Yeah.
Oh, lorry. Oh, this is
Do the
this is an NTSC
original
build.
developers know about the Frogger build lot? Some of them. I don't have great my contact with certain people who worked on the game is stronger and weaker, just depending on the person. Some people are super responsive, others aren't. Some people know, others don't.
Oh, the camera follows properly now. And the
Ooh, that looks a lot better.
logs are kind of screwed up.
Oh, yeah, okay. Overlapping.
The game... Oh, never mind. We got a demo.
That's the same demo from the E3 build. That's kind of interesting because those demos are really easy to break. Like, just make a small
Oh my
change and you
God.
could totally break one of those demos.
That's.
I don't know what is going on here.
I like how the moss is like polygon by polygon
Yeah.
coloring.
Wait, can I do this? How do I add a memory card into this?
I think there's a memory card in there by default.
Then why is it telling me there's not one?
Because it's probably not implemented yet.
Awesome. This feels a lot closer to the final game now. We're like,
Yeah.
we're like getting there.
Seems more responsive.
Look at that volcano zone icon, though. Or industrial.
When you selected a level, it just slid the stack over to the left, right? And then the title shifted in, right?
Yes.
From the right.
What?
Because it didn't do the...
What?
Whoa! We're at an angle.
Wait, where?
Wait,
what in the world is going on here?
I think that just that one spot. I forgot what the. I helped write the script for the last thing. I should remember what each of the squares is called, but like that one was
the grid,
apparently hoppable.
Yeah. Grid stack, grid square, something like that.
The water
Stack, that's it.
The water being this color reminds me of the Windows 95 build. But
Yeah,
that's
kinda.
totally not. It's just glitched.
The water reflection is yeah, very.
Could you imagine if like we didn't have any builds and this was the only one we got, was this one with extremely messed up textures?
That would be so disappointing.
I mean, it's probably just like one value got set wrong somewhere, and then it just shifted everything over.
Yeah. It the way this game does texturing is really bad. It has a hard-coded list of textures. Yeah, look at that icon.
That looks like a JPEG. Am I the only one seeing like?
Hold on, do it again. I didn't see it.
Well, look at the gear. It looks like. I know it's like.
Oh, it's,
Something about it looks like it's got like compression artifacts on it or something.
the gear has no like place for a center shaft.
True.
No, it's actually like a saw blade with no hole in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. What
Yeah,
It's only
so
meant
the
for
reason
death.
it kind of looks like that is these old zone icons they're not using the full color range. So it's like you have
Okay, so something's missing from the image.
yeah, you have a maximum of like 16 colors that you can use for the image, and so any extra coloring will just kind of get
Lost in the sauce.
it'll just pick the closest color to one of the 16 available options.
This is actually Ravenholm. No one? No?
We don't go there anymore.
It's Sawblade? No? Okay.
Oh,
I
mean,
don't know the
sure. I guess.
Whatever.
I mean, there's a lot of saws in games.
I thought it was funny, okay? Oh, these have changed. Do they still like do that thing with the camera? Yeah, they do.
Except they don't light it up anymore, which, oof.
Wait, were you moving the camera without the frog?
Well, that's what happens when you eat the bug, is it for
Oh.
some reason moves the camera over here to show the player something, but the level wasn't really finished, so... It's supposed to be showing us something, but I don't know what it's supposed to be showing us. What is this? Is this like a... time? Yeah, okay.
I wonder why that was there.
It's so freaking laggy. Oop.
Globus is interested if they still have the path around the edge of the map, which...
Oh, in Webb's Cavern?
Yeah.
That's a great question. Let's find out. Even though I was just there. I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong.
It'll be around the oh yeah, looks like it is here.
Yep. I always thought the inclusion of lava in this level was a little strange.
Yeah, I always kind of thought that too.
Why are you showing me this? What is over here? Is there a baby frog here?
Yeah, there's a baby frog there. You couldn't see it, because it was off screen though. At least I think it was off screen. It's hard to tell when it's pitch black.
Okay, let's... Let's do Fargo skiing. I feel like that's one of the levels that I find the most interesting for some reason.
Yeah, well, there are like at least 10 different iterations of this map in previous builds, so...
I don't think there's any differences here. And I also don't think that the baby frogs have moved. Maybe I'm wrong. If I go down here and they're not here, then I will play the level, but I don't think they'll...
I don't think they're gonna move until September, actually. Yeah, because if I remember, even the PC prototype has them all the way down here.
Oh, they changed the purple one to actually be purple. Oh no, never mind, I lied.
Never mind. Is the sewer zone in this build? I think so.
The sewer zone's in every build.
Yeah.
Oh, the order of the zones definitely changed. I don't know why I'm just now noticing this, but...
They went from Bang Bang Barrel to Boom Boom Barrel. You want to play the same level twice? Here you go.
Well, but one of them has pink water.
Except they removed that for some reason.
Whoa! Little frame rate spike there.
Oh, they changed it already. So now it's green.
Yeah.
And there's a blue frog here for some reason. I think that's where it is.
Did you have to commit suicide to get it? Oh, okay.
I like how there's still kind of blue highlights in the water at certain places.
Those still don't.
Oh, they can't read the newspapers.
And one of these builds is where the weird kind of exploding newspaper animation turns into a massive, like, giant newspaper. I don't even know how to describe it. It just gets really big in a very odd way.
I'm now realizing that this is a tire, but for some reason, throughout my entire life as a kid, I thought it was a toilet. I don't know why.
I was just gonna say the same thing because it's was it always that color?
It's not in the final game.
Oh.
But I always thought it was a toilet in the footage in the tiny little perspective you get in the credits.
A toilet would make sense thematically.
Yeah.
Also, this fridge is gone in the final for some reason. Again, don't really understand why.
It's probably lag. They were probably like, people don't know what it is, and it also takes up a lot of polygons, so...
We gotta get rid of that fridge to save
I knew it was
FPS.
a fridge.
Yeah.
I should play Jungle next. And maybe also Jungle multiplayer. Sorry I'm not actually playing these levels. I don't know if anybody wants to see me actually play them.
I don't think we'd get anything done if you did.
Yeah, I don't think we would, and these levels are pretty hard to play anyways, just because there are a whole bunch of, like, collision gaps, so you'll just fall through the floor sometimes.
Also,
that'll be
I think,
frustrating.
Despite this being one of the games I've probably played the most in my life, which is kind of upsetting to say, but I'm pretty bad at it.
I think most people,
I think this game sucks, actually. No, just being honest. No, I'm kidding. Or am I? I said it before on stream,
It's not your favorite game of all time.
It is one of my favorite games of all time. I
But
just
not
don't
the.
think, I don't think that this game is particularly easy to play. Maybe I'll put it that way. It's not an easy game to play. And not because it's a difficult game, but because it is, you know, the way it is.
I think it largely depends on which version you play, because I feel like the PC version is at a pretty alright kind of difficulty curve. It still has the same kind of problems. Those crushers look kind of weird. It has a lot of the problems of seen in all the versions, but like having it run at 25 frames per second. Nice name.
Yep.
Running at 25 frames per second is pretty.
Piss.
Oh, I wrote piss.
Piss.
It kind of levels out a lot of the difficulty from running it at 30.
Game crashed. I need like I need like one of those like Stream Deck things from Elgato, simply to have a button that I can press that increases a crash counter. No other reason. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna collect one gold frog, and then I'm gonna do jungle.
Okay. Did this game have much playtesting, or was it a Rayman 1 situation? This game had a lot of playtesting. So there was an internal testing team, and then there was a Hasbro testing team, and then they also went through Sony Liverpool QA, which I don't know too much about, but I believe was a Sony, kind of like a first-party Sony thing, where like Sony had their own testing stuff.
So the consensus from my parents, who were just two regular old people, non-gamers, who bought this game in the 90s because it said Frogger on it, and they wanted to play arcade Frogger, the consensus from them, from me, is that this game is the 3D aspect doesn't make any sense to them. Like, they just straight up do not understand or comprehend why it is the way it is.
Well, because 3D was the big thing in the 90s, and everything had to be 3D.
Wait a minute.
Exactly.
This is not from this build. This is not a save state from this build, and I just loaded it in.
Oof.
What would happen if I,
Terrible
It's
things.
probably gonna crash.
It worked!
What the heck? Okay, I was not expecting that.
Did it change the ISO file or something? That doesn't make any sense. There's no way.
I have no idea, but how else would it have gotten the froglets? Unless that was already loaded in memory, but then how would the textures have resolved properly? I have no idea how that worked.
Well, wait a minute. The build did change because I reset it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think Starfrost is right that that a lot of the game's problems really just stem from the fact that it was made in less than 6 months.
Oh, you mean the new coding work?
We should probably...
You mean the whole game?
Yeah, the whole game, really. I mean, between after the recode. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
do
think...
you want to pull up the recode build and kind of show them what the game was like 6 months before release?
Yeah, we could probably segue into that. I'm just thinking about
Yeah.
like time, if we've only got probably like an hour left.
Yeah.
We just hit the hour mark not a couple minutes ago.
I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do before, and I'm gonna get that gold frog, and I'm gonna just kind of speedrun this. I just realized it said croak
Really?
when you start the level. I don't know what that's supposed
That's
to mean.
been there for a while. Or you mean like that's the first you've noticed it?
That's the first I've noticed it. See, it's stuff
Oh,
like that.
overall?
Like why this game kind of requires a little bit more documentation than a couple people are able to provide, you know? Because like there's just so many things to notice. See, it's just croak. I don't know why it says that, but it does.
Yeah.
Oh god. What is up with you? Okay, don't jump on the mushroom in jungle in tropical trouble. Worst mistake of my life. Did that thing change color? That little, like, plant right there? Whatever.
I don't think so. Maybe?
Probably the wrong texture knowing this build.
I think that's not actually textured, but I could be wrong.
Shit. Fuck. Are those rhinos okay? Probably not. Don't
Well,
worry about
they're
it.
still moving, so they're probably still alive, but are they in any degree of pain due to not having a head?
I feel like this
that's
is the
working
first
right?
time I've comprehended or thought about Frogger NPCs feeling pain.
Yeah.
I've never-
same.
Yeah, I don't want to start feeling empathy for these, especially considering how much pain they cause me.
True that. So... Okay.
Looks the same as before, but we didn't see the crashes from loading too much.
Yep, it crashes.
Oh, well, yeah, still crashes. Okay.
Okay.
Right around the same spot, I think.
Oop.
I think the camera was in the corner like that.
It advanced one frame,
Yeah.
guys. We might see this.
Oh, might pull through.
I'm just kidding. I don't think so. Yeah, like it crashes the entire. There, never mind. I was gonna say it crashes the entire
The entire
emulator,
emulator.
but it does not. Let's just quickly go through these last two. I don't know how many things we're genuinely gonna be seeing here,
Sure.
and then we'll do the recap.
Yeah, there's quite frankly, there's probably too much to recap, but we'll definitely try to go over the highlights of all this stuff. There are more unused maps in this game than there are used maps. That's just the
Whoa.
amount of stuff that we found. Which is pretty cool. This is build 29, I believe.
I don't know why I'm doing this first. I'm kind of doing everything out of order because, lol, XD. Oh my god.
Demon frog.
Are those hippos coming up in the opposite? No, they're not.
Looked like they were upside down for a second. Well, then they
Yeah,
were.
that's what it kind of looked like, but...
Because the texture on the bottom is the same as on top. It's just that normally you're not supposed to see it
Oh, yeah,
because
look
it's just
at that.
mirrored or something.
I wonder if
No, they are flipped.
they cut
They're-
this
Oh.
because the way that they rotate down the waterfall or something. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why they might have cut that. Besides frame rate.
I suspect the only reason that waterfall was there was just so they could have a nice screenshot of the level. Like, there's no collision for you to be able to go down there. You can't see it well from the angle that you play it at. I think the only reason that was there was just so they could take a nicer screenshot of the
Because
level.
you can't actually see that in the final version, right?
Yeah, it's not even there. They totally removed it.
I'm doing this first because screw it. The text that says select level is gone. Seems the textures have also been fixed a little bit. This is looking more like it does in the final game.
Yeah.
Actually, a remarkable level of things moving and detail.
The baby frogs now, I feel like their legs have been fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starfrost asks if any builds after 30 have been dumped yet, to which I don't know if any have been dumped yet, but if they have, I don't have them yet. I don't physically have the discs. So I suspect that the ones after 30 haven't been dumped yet, but they'll probably be dumped pretty soon.
Oh, they changed the extra life icon.
Yeah, it's animated now.
You can still jump on those trees. Can you jump on those trees in the final game?
No. They're not even entities in the final, if I recall. They're baked into the map as static geometry.
Are they entities here? Is that why we can jump on them?
That's a good question. I think so.
Oh my good god.
Whoa, okay.
Okay.
One step forward and two steps back. Like...
Okay. Was it Globus? I believe you noticed that some of the froglets didn't render properly in Froglord for some of the new builds. Here we have confirmation that that it's because they're actually like that in game.
So the game crashed when I collected all of them.
And are you doing a emulator speed up there, or is that like?
Yeah, sometimes I press tab to speed things up a little bit. I also I have backspace bound to rewind, so if it looks like it's lagging, it's usually because it's playing in reverse. They updated
I thought
this.
It was shooting itself earlier.
But
yeah, the sparkly. Globus asks if we've seen one of the extra lives yet. I assume you mean the extra live bug, which yeah, we saw one in this level.
I don't know if I want to do this again. I was probably just going to crash again, so whatever. One of these days when Froglore is more stable, we should be able to take this level and then delete a bunch of the geometry in the level so you can actually get
if it doesn't crash.
See, yeah. See what was
Actually,
there.
I'll say I think Froglore is pretty stable. It just I just never programmed in support for for saving data in prototypes or the PlayStation version. It just hasn't been a priority to really make sure that works super well. Because like when we're saving data, that's largely for the PC version.
He fell in the lava and it played the gurgle water sound effect, which was kind of funny. This level's starting to look good, I say as I'm next to this monstrosity.
Yeah, that's... I like that.
I like these buttons that are also flashing without actually pressing them.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. That's been a pattern in a lot of these builds, is that the buttons just flash.
This level sucks. I'm leaving.
I don't like it.
This is not a very well designed level in my opinion. There's definitely
the only reason I don't like anything in this game is because I suck at it. So
I think
just a little FYI.
Unpopular opinion, I think that Uncanny Crusher is a well-made level. I think it's a well-designed level. I think it's just hard. I think it's actually like hard. Like, a lot of the things in this game are hard because they're, like, bullshit, but this is one of those things that I feel like is hard because you genuinely need to be skilled at the game.
I don't like how it has 3 frogs in one section of the level. Like, sure, one of them's a golden frog, but, like, they took what is, what feels like kind of the most unfair part of the level, and they put 3 frogs behind it. I don't like that.
True. I think that that's valid. You can jump up here.
Well, sometimes the devs become kind of like... I mean, when I was a kid and I was like making my own games, when I used to do that, it's sort of like, it's not really sadism when you're making the player do all that sort of stuff. It's just like, oh, they'll have a lot of fun going through all of this, but I'm not gonna do that. But I'm gonna build it.
Yeah.
I feel like that.
You make a good point. I see exactly what you mean. Okay,
But I'm not actually realizing how much of a pain in the ass to do it over and over and over again was, and that's kind of what I figured out when I had like my mom or dad play my game. They're like, "Why do you have to keep doing this?" I'm like, "Oh,
because it's funny." Well, you're putting it together and you're like, "Yeah, I had fun making that, but good luck playing it. Good luck actually beating that." I'm going to check out this level because I haven't seen this in a while. Reservoir Frogs, also known as Recycle Bin.
Recycle bin.
This is a good level, I think, as well. It's just very... There's a
You
lot
said
going
you
on.
hated this level one or two streams ago.
Did I say I hated this level? I don't think it's that bad.
Yes.
I don't know. Don't listen to anything I say. My opinion changes every day. Tomorrow I'm gonna say I hate this game. And I'm gonna mean it. This is like, This is kind of what it is in the final game now.
Yeah. Is there the flag out of bounds in this corner?
Where is it?
To the right. Yeah, you need to use the
Hold
free
on.
movement to
There's
get there.
There's a sneaky thief in front of me, taking a lemon Kit Kat from a bag that is in front of me.
It sounded like some plastic wrap
Okay,
candy,
you-
yeah.
What?
Did you die?
Yeah, you killed me. I
Sorry.
died a violent death
Hmm.
in real life.
I guess there's no flag there, yeah.
Things are starting to come together, I feel like, with this. I feel like, in general, I'm playing more closer to the final game than I am
Yeah.
a prototype.
Yeah. Yeah, because for a while it was just like so many differences everywhere and kind of just a lot of stuff, and now it kind of feels like they're kind of finalizing things. They're polishing, yeah, they're fixing bugs. They're making things more playable.
They didn't fix that bug. Get it?
What bug?
Get it? The fly in the ground that you can't eat?
Oh my god.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
I love
Bug
when
in the
Frogger
ground.
eats features to get points.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
kinda is.
Still says press fire on the level complete screen, which is really funny. I feel like the term fire to refer to like the action button on a controller or like the X button is like very like PC oriented, you know? Like when I think like a PC game controller, I think like, oh yes, that's a fire button. Or like a joystick or something.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
think more of like an arcade kind of cabinet. Or even one of those like plug and play devices.
I hate the Steam Deck because you have to type a password to use the sudo command. I just installed
That's-
Windows on my Steam Deck.
That's like every Linux system ever.
Yeah, what? Yeah. Like, I gotta do that all the time. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Do you use Linux, Druaga?
I do, yes.
Okay.
I didn't used to, but I do now. It's not my main, but I do daily driver it on other computers. Been a long time coming, but
I just kind of want to remind in the pursuit of getting to everything, we probably want to keep an eye on the
Time, yeah.
time.
oh no, let's forget about the time and just do this for however long it takes.
Okay.
You're like, I gotta go somewhere, dude. Like, okay.
Let's call it quits on this one. I'll do the last one, and I'll just try a couple of the major things I've been doing over and over again.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah, I wish we could have a 7-hour stream.
I have done 7-hour streams before. I just feel like my
7-hour Frogger stream?
not a 7-hour Frogger stream, but in the past I've
Be
done
the first in the world,
Yeah.
I feel.
One of the longest streams I've ever done was when I was doing it was a Little Big Planet modding stream, and I was making backgrounds for people to use in their pod, like modded backgrounds, and people really liked seeing that, which is why I did it for. Oh, there's save data. Okay. What happens if you load? Okay. Just loaded whatever
All right.
data's in there. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Biostores.
something tells me there wasn't any data there.
Yeah, the game crashed. Yeah, I don't think I was supposed to do that. My bad. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay, this is looking like final game, pretty much. Oh, we got a new icon for the... I don't really like that. Something about it looks weird to me. Maybe the fact that these are all low res is like freaking me out.
Is there like a shadow on the top of it now? Or it's darker on the top polygon when the drawer slides out?
You make a good point.
Yeah, I think that's in that may be in the final version.
Alright, let's... I'm just gonna try Gold Frog and Jungle stuff, because that's kind of the thing that we're seeing change the most now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's playing the loading drums music now. Okay.
I think this version... Ooh, did... No, that's not right. I wonder if the HUD is the HUD icons for the purple and orange frog are fixed.
Let's find out.
Also, the froglets look a lot more like their final model. In fact, I think that is the final model.
Icons have been
an
fixed.
early incarnation of
I
it.
thought for a second there.
That's the final model, I believe.
Yeah.
It's just going Mach 10 right now.
It goes Mach 10 in the final game, I believe.
Does it?
I think it does.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe. I don't recall.
It also has a massive glow around it, so it's kind of hard to see. Alright. Wait a minute.
It's still trying to get this, like, what the progression is supposed to look like down. I think they settled with the slightly darker, instead of just like monochrome.
Yeah, the monochrome ones in the final, it shows that if you haven't unlocked the entire zone yet, because what they have is if you unlock a zone, any levels that you can't play yet are still colored. They just can't be accessed, and they I believe they use flashing. So
What? What's killing me?
yeah, I don't know. So like if a level is accessible but you haven't beat it, it will flash. If like it's different levels of kind of a gray highlight.
Oh, shit. That animation's new, I think. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Let's see if this... It's red.
Yeah, I don't remember him flipping up into the camera.
No. I think he just stays in place.
Here we go.
Or not.
Oh,
There's a bug with this opening sequence in the PC version that happened to me several times while I was in a call with Frogger community, but I haven't been able to reproduce it. And basically, there is some condition in the PC version where you can trigger this outro sequence without actually completing the level, and like the door will open and you can go in there without having collected the frogs. I'm not sure what does it, but it has happened before.
Huh. I'm gonna check the multiplayer jungle level, and then after that we'll do our recap. It's probably about that time. It's very interesting that the game was able to load just dummy data that existed. Actually, you know what I haven't looked at in a while are these levels. Just real quick. These levels, I will always say that I hate. I hate the sky levels. Just absolutely loathe them. This is looking more like the final game, except for the background, which is darker.
Yeah.
I've noticed the game is crashing a lot less, too. Maybe I'm speaking too soon.
I don't jinx it.
What? This is different.
It looks a lot more like the final, but the final definitely doesn't have kind of a left,
Mountain?
yeah,
area?
left wall, left mountain. Huh.
This is strange.
I guess they got rid of that because more render time.
Yeah, presumably lag was an issue. Oh,
But
Later. That wall is very strange because... Don't load. Okay. What was I doing? What was the last thing I wanted to check? Oh, the multiplayer level. No eyes. And the waterfall is
I
gone.
don't know what's going on with the eyes in the multiplayer. And first it was red, now it's... Oh, well, they're just transparent now.
The waterfall is gone, but they are still moving downwards as if it exists, but it does not. Which means sometime around now is when they decided they were going to change this.
I don't know
Whoa,
who.
whoa, whoa,
okayed
who's you?
this.
Oh, okay. I thought Frogger was stretching, but that's just the that's just the flag.
Yeah. I do wonder who okayed this level because it's near impossible to complete in the retail version. Yeah.
I mean, if I don't know how far you've gone back on my channel, but me and Akabakuku were playing this via LAN and on the PC version. And I remember that level in particular was a very close call. It was like we both had 2 points, and it was like the tiebreaker. And I think I was the one who won. I can't remember.
Yeah,
It
I know the
it
video
works.
you're
It
talking
definitely
about.
works.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not easy.
So, I think now... Wait, what is going on here? What is this?
Bad texture remap.
Oh my god.
I was like, what the hell is this little... Okay. I think we should take a few steps back, and we'll do our little recap. Should I just start with the pre-recode?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, because I have yet to see that.
Yeah. So,
It's
part
gonna
of
knock
me.
my socks off.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Let's see, start file. Let me just...
So the PlayStation version here is going to be a little bit easier to deal with like crashes and stuff because, well, it's an emulator. But the PC version has free movement for pre-recode. So
Is this... oh, that's PC. Milestone...
Well, free movement, and that was the intended method of movement, right?
Is this it?
Like with not on a grid? Is that
yeah,
what you told me before?
well there was some kind of grid, but it very different from the final game. Just there was free movement and yeah, it's
Oh, yeah, here we
completely
go.
different.
So here...
Oh my god.
Imagine, like, this was, like, one of the first builds we got, and you boot this up, and this is what you see. This is the very first thing. It's horrifying.
Yeah?
I thought it was so horrifying that I ripped it, and then I rendered it with RTX. Not actually with RTX, but I say RTX because it was like a Blender full HD, like, beautiful lighting render. Yeah, I thought it was really funny when I first saw
I
this.
want to see that. So is this supposed to be the main menu?
Yes.
No.
This is.
Oh.
Title
Okay,
page.
very good.
Yeah, exactly.
So a lot of this shit is really weird.
That is a lot of menu options.
Yeah, and most of them do nothing, and it's just like they had a day and somebody was like, make our menus, and they just added everything and didn't make any of it do anything, but the menus are there.
That's why you don't use the interns.
View credits crashes the game. Let's go.
In the PC, I
no,
believe
that
we
was
did
intentional. That was
manage-
retribution for what they put him through.
Yeah. I think in one of the versions the credits do work. I forget which version. It may be the PC one.
High
But
scores.
yeah, this has perhaps the worst level select I think anybody has ever seen ever.
So
Welcome to the level select.
What in the hell? I see. It's a rotating drum.
Yeah, but
text.
you'll never guess where the one is that actually controls.
Now, is it the one that's totally upside down? Oh wait, no, that it shifts.
You can't even see the one which selects it. It's off screen.
Oh no.
I think the camera is simply just pointed in the wrong direction, and so this whole menu is just... I mean, I don't know if there was ever a version of this that had a functional version of this menu, but
I suspect not.
I don't think so.
The camera's actually pointed in the right direction. It's just the level name that it's going to load is positioned above the camera. So
I'm going to load this up again so I don't have to wonder which level I'm about to go into. Well, I mean, that's kind of how it goes. So I'm just going to press X on the first one here. So I guess the first...
Oh my god.
It crashed.
Oh no.
Let's go down one.
This is really interesting because this is like the Frogger that could have been.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, we'll start with this one.
Oh, look at that chunky boy!
And if you notice, that Frogger model is the one that's used for the PC icon.
They never...
I guess
that.
it is.
Yeah, we had no idea.
Where that came from until now.
Yeah, for years, and then all of a sudden, it's just this.
So, what's interesting about this... It's getting really dark. Is that there is 8 directional movement. And so you're able to kind of point him in a direction.
God, you can't see anything at all.
Yep.
This is probably not the best level to start with. I died. You can tell that I died because I'm rotating in various directions. Let me,
Is there any, like, tongue?
Nope.
You jump onto 3D models to pick them up.
Okay.
So,
I can tell that that's a snail now. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
So there
I
is...
still don't know what those little needle things are, though. Oh, we're in the mountain.
Don't know where
dead,
I am.
I guess.
Anyway, so what I'm doing to move is... Oh, I'm dead. The game crashed.
Is he'll kind of point in the direction that he wants, and then he presses X for every single hop. So it's kind of, you have to do 2 separate things.
It's not too... That doesn't sound terrible.
It's really bad. It may not sound terrible. I promise it's horrible.
You like have to like aim yourself, and then you press X and you jump for... It's like you can only super hop, and you can change your direction is kind of how it plays. The dogs are here. A lot of the like ideas and models.
Oh
and
my
stuff,
god, the diagonal clusterfuck going on.
A lot of the ideas that they were gonna go through with for the final game are actually like in these levels. Interestingly enough, like we have this little area over here that's like kind of like Mower Mania with the little butterfly flying around there, and like these hedges. They just kind of repurposed them and made the game not control like this. But the problem is, right, it's not like this is kind of tile based, but it's kind of not as well, because you can kind of just, depending on the way that you aim, it kind of just I don't know. It feels really weird and janky, and there's also no music or sounds or anything. It's
And there's swimming in this this build.
oh yeah, you can swim. So
Oh. So what do you do with the lily pads then?
Good question. You ignore them.
Yeah, because you can just swim over to these little islands. There's no point in. I mean, maybe you can land on
That's
them.
got to be a dev feature because I mean the original game this is all based on. You definitely dive in the water.
Yeah.
Unless they want to totally
Actually,
reinvent it.
I do think they were planning to make it so you could swim in the game, but they eventually decided against it because they probably were struggling to make that work in a way which
Ooh,
wasn't
the frame
terrible.
rate is dropping. Okay, it's back.
You said there's free movement in this?
In the PC version.
Oh, okay. Should I play the PC version?
Sure.
Damn. Okay, I have to set that up. It's like a. It's like
You
a
have to
whole
fire
thing.
up like an emulator.
Well, no, I have to. It works with DG Voodoo.
Oh, okay.
But the problem is it puts the game in full screen to begin with, and then I have to.
Good luck
put it in
streaming
window.
that.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
And it crashes a lot.
Yeah,
so...
it does crash a lot. So dealing with that is a little bit irritating, but we can make it work. So I think it might be in here.
Yep, that's it.
Let me I think I edited the text in it for a meme, and then I'm gonna make that normal because I don't want to have to run into people being like, why the hell did it say I know where you live when you boot up the game? That's a little bit messed up.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, okay.
It needs to be run in Windows 95 compatibility mode, if I recall.
No dice. I have a Windows 95 emulator that I could boot up, that I set up.
Well, do we really want to start fiddling with all that?
Yeah, we've
I
only
mean,
got 25
aren't we
minutes
already out of time?
left. No, we got to like 25 minutes left.
Okay, then it's gonna take all 25 of those minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I am unable to boot this. Oh, wait, never mind. I got it to work, I guess, by trying it 20 times. Alright, so what you gotta do when it boots up is you gotta Alt-Tab out of it, and then for some reason it puts it in windowed mode. Do you guys still see this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it's on the...
It's not on the stream because I need to add a game capture here. But
In terms of the build we're going to, where you say go to first build, post recode, that one maybe that one has some interesting stuff in it. But first, before the recode to look at.
window capture. There we go. There it is. So this is the PC version of the game that you're currently witnessing. There we go. Okay.
And so to do free cam in this version, you just hold the kind of right one of the right shoulder buttons. I forget which one. Oh, interesting. There's different lighting in this version from the PlayStation one. Now that I see it.
Oh, we're here again. What was the button for free movement?
It's one of the right shoulder buttons.
Awesome.
Woo! Let's go.
Can we like turn off the cave lighting? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I have I have a way to do that with Cheat Engine. Unfortunately, I don't think I actually have that documentation on how to do that written down with me right now.
Also, unfortunately, I don't have Cheat Engine.
You need the memory address to turn on Fulbright.
Yeah, it's actually a little more complicated because oh, look at those spiders. It's not just a memory address. The game does it in a weird way. You have to set a certain memory address and then also get rid of a couple pieces of code that will screw it up.
Good lord.
Game crashed again, by the way.
One of many.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. There we go. Can I, like, make this bigger? It's not...
Yeah.
It's not really bigger.
It kind of messes up the stream, though.
There we go. Okay. Do the credits work here?
I think so.
Bye. Oh. Oh. It's falling from point A to point B.
This is the credits. It says. Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, it does work. I think they can be edited by editing those text files, but seems kind of
Why do I keep playing this horrible level?
Yeah, I want to see a different one.
I don't want to see this level again. Just kind of impossible to pick which one you're about to play.
There's a list, and it's a certain number of up or down presses to.
I made that
on the
list.
level select.
Hold on.
Here, I'll go grab it. It's on the cutting room floor.
Okay.
I'll get it.
Never mind. I would like to maybe do.
I have it. So
desert.
which map do you want?
Desert.
There are 6 of them.
Desert.
Desert. Okay, let's see here. It is press up 4 times. That's how bad the level select is. That you have to have a list of how many key presses you need to select
Almost
the
got
level you
iced
want.
the second you started the level.
And remember, you have free movement.
Oh yeah, true. You make a great point. So like, there's a lot of like strange concepts here, like riding on tornadoes.
That was kind of cute.
I don't know.
Wait till you see the actual tornado in the sky version.
Secret here.
See carrot.
Secret here.
Oh no.
And you can technically jump up those really large slopes.
Whoa!
Yeah. The camera is really poor in these versions, though. Like, it doesn't really respond to height or really anything.
But I know the game has crashed a couple times, but I don't think it's crashing because the camera's too zoomed out.
No, I don't think it's
not an issue right now. Because look at all that crap that's going on. Like, oh my god. This would have just destroyed a different build.
The camera shaking is something that they already implemented here. I guess they maybe reused. I don't know.
The rotations.
There were no animations for anything. Like the vertex animations for all of the creatures were not yet done. And so everything kind of just rotates around.
Need them silicon graphics.
I think it's really interesting that they have at least an earlier version of the model that they were planning on using for the player on the title screen, and then they just don't use it in the game. Don't really know.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if the reason for that was that it was that they were like tied to their existing model or something somehow.
Could you give me the sky level, because I feel like that one's interesting, despite the fact that I hate sky. Let's
three
keep
up
that
presses.
clear. 3 up. Okay. So this one's pretty cool. You have to try and get.
This is a pretty good candidate for the free cam, not free cam, free movement.
What is going on with the camera? Like, seems like the camera's really far away, and the field of vision is really low.
Yeah.
Like an isomorphic kind of thing going on.
Oh, damn it.
Were you trying to hop back up even though you'd already fallen? Was that what was happening there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Son of a... Can I just say how impressive it is to me that this works on Windows 11? I know that's not really like a crazy concept, but I mean, it is to me.
No, it actually is pretty crazy that it runs. There are Frogger 2 prototypes that work worse than this, and Frogger 2 was
There are fully
way more
released
stable
PC
in
games that
so many
work
ways.
worse than this.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a bit of a testament. I know it needs DG Voodoo, but it is a testament to Windows backwards compatibility a bit.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's no way you'd be able to play
like Nanosaur on Ventura,
Mm-hmm.
unless, well, I know Nanosaur got got the source code released, so they did do a build for that. But like this, like a classic Mac game on a modern Mac, like it's never ever gonna fucking happen.
Yeah.
You can't even run 32-bit Mac applications anymore,
Yeah, sure,
so.
yeah.
Well, especially with what is it? M1, M2.
Yeah.
Looks like Andy's here. Yeah, Frogger 2 was a way more stable in like everything compared to Frogger 1.
I gotta show the tornadoes with the cars in them and the rotating, like the various
so
items.
you could actually
Whoa.
walk on this. All the objects here that are flying around, you were supposed to walk on them. It's nearly impossible to do.
Well,
But-
now that I can tell that they're kind of a lot of them are moving relative to each other, I can see how you could do it. But
Yeah, but it's still.
like how the birds are getting just so fucked up, and then they
Yeah.
resume course.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. This is a waste of time.
This reminds me of just some like Unity, like indie game or something.
This is very much,
just
yeah, it was
tumbling
fun to
through the air.
design, but not fun to play.
Yeah.
Like, look how awesome this is. Look how well our engine is handling all this shit everywhere.
Yo, we got rotating birds.
I don't think the engine was handling it that well.
Well, it was handling it better than crashing. So
Do we want to maybe
I
do like an
mean-
earlier PS1 build?
there's something earlier than that.
Well, no, like not earlier than that, but like earlier, like post recode, like one of the first.
Yeah, I'm thinking June 2nd might be a good one because we can look at Pelly's Island, but also kind of see more than just a single level.
June 2nd. Bear with me. I'm so unorganized. Where?
It's in there. It's labeled that one. Yeah.
Okay. So this is June 2nd, I suppose. There we go. Like, check out this other alternate intro.
Oh, kind of like they rendered it, but it's not great.
Yeah, this is
The thing
this
they
is
rendered
the
was
intro
not
they had
too
at
great.
E3.
Oh, really? Oh my god.
Yeah.
It was E3 96 or 97?
97. This game was in
Early
development
90s?
at
When was-
E3 96.
I keep thinking that like it's got to be. It's longer than a year in development, but it's not. I don't know, it's constantly throwing me off.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
This one's
High
like
effort main menu. Yeah,
stupid
there's
early.
nothing there. And then you can control it during the demo sequences.
I'm going to do Pelly's if
Sure.
I can get there.
I love this level select because it has a background we've never seen in any of the other ones, and they just hadn't finished the
Whoa!
Zen icons. So it's just like everything is cactus.
Where is Pelly's? Is it this one?
I don't know. Wasn't Milestone 2 February 4th, 1997? That sounds about right. Yeah, I think that's right.
Oh man, this is so bad. It's so funny playing
It's
this.
brown. Oh wow! Oh wow!
Oh, wow, whoa.
Everything is different. See, like this is.
I mean,
This is why the later builds are, I think, a little less interesting. Is because like when you
Wow,
play the earlier ones, pretty much everything you see is like different to some degree.
the
Yeah.
frogs are like constantly croaking.
Shit. Is there free movement?
Yeah.
No, there's not.
Does it have free movement? I don't believe any of the ones before build 20 have free movement.
Oh, I lost. Let's croak.
I think Milestone 2 was the first PlayStation build. I might be wrong about that. I forget. They might have started the PlayStation 1 after that. I don't remember off the top of
Oh
my
my
head.
goodness.
Well, at least it's easier to see. Whoa, got a big old throat. Oh my god. Or whatever that thing's called.
I can
The
probably go
croaker.
a little bit beyond 5, but not too much longer than 5.
Okay.
Oh Jesus.
AK,
Okay,
I'm not
so-
gonna end the stream right at 5, but probably a little bit after, like 5:15 maybe.
Start winding down.
Sounds good. Yeah.
So the croakers get progressively smaller.
He's croaking when I pause. I think triangle disables collision, so I can. Yeah, it's...
Yeah. What messes on your screen? Yeah. It's
This is
some people say this is Frogger.
that glowworm just lit up the whole freaking level.
That's really interesting because that's like the master lighting entity, the one that's in every cave level. So it's interesting that it had behavior.
Okay, here we go. This is what I wanted to see.
Yeah. So this is Pelly's Island, which is kind of the first level. It wasn't really the first level, but it's the earliest level that we have from this game, and it's kind of completely unused. It's not in the final game in any. Well, it looks like it heavily inspired a Bow Wow Falls, but this level itself is still very different, and
He's struggling.
yeah.
I like how the cars are not on a grid.
A lot of verticality going on there.
This level was pretty elusive because it was in a trailer for the game, and a lot of people are like, "I've never seen that level,"
I want to
Yeah.
play it.
and now
We,
you can, and it's not that good.
Yeah, this level was kind of a really big mystery for years and years, and so it was really exciting to finally get a hold of it. And honestly, I still think it's really cool that we got it. In terms of actually playing it, though, yeah, it's not the best level.
I've thought about, like, if once Froglord gets to a point where you're able to, like, actually use it to design levels, like, better than you can at the moment. I want to take this level and, like, soup it up a little bit, and
Oh yeah.
kind of just for fun.
Yeah, what I hope is to of course with the addition of better level editing tools and stuff that isn't super laggy to use. The idea that I kind of have is as well as being able to make levels that what you'd be able to do is any level that is kind of supported by Froglord, you could take it and then kind of play it in the final game's kind of state. So like you'd be able to take this level and you'd be able to play it in a version of the final game. So it wouldn't have these old turtle-looking models, or the old like froglet models, but it would be fully playable with the same map geometry, same entities, etc.
You heard it here first, folks.
Exclusive.
I don't think that's exclusive. I think I've said that in the Frogger chats.
Let me have my moment.
Not so exclusive.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think this level is really that good. I think that it could be better, but with some tweaks, it definitely could be cool.
It definitely
throw
showed
everything
what
in
their
your face
vision
at
was
once.
for the game.
That's it. You know what I do want to show though is those multiplayer levels that ended up getting cut.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be a good one.
Do you know, like, what build has those in it for sure? Probably like around like 15, 20, somewhere in there.
I want to say build 18 would be a good one. Maybe 17.
I'll do 18.
I'd go with 17.
17?
And we'll see if they're not, then it'll be build 11.
Let's see here. 8 or 11. I got 11 right here.
Okay.
Whoa.
Green.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this one with the bulls. Clearly they wanted a 3D menu, but didn't really know what to do.
Was that a scan of a sketch of a lily pad?
It looks like it's like
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's like sketched. It's kind of like what they were going for, but I don't know.
Yeah. You wanted to look at the multiplayer levels, right?
Yeah, I was gonna do that. Select your frog slave. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, so all of these are completely different for some reason.
Except for the retro.
Yeah, retro is the same. Oh my god. Look at him.
Oh, that looks really smooth. But yeah, that's a cutie right there.
So this level is totally not used.
It's hard to tell what's in the level right now because it's such a narrow.
Yeah, it's,
Oh.
it's really large.
I tried to play this level in single player, but the game wouldn't let me. I might need to play an earlier one to truly...
It looks so responsive though.
Oh, it feels
it's
really
very-
good.
Like the controls look so tight.
If I were working on this game, I would definitely make the executive decision to replace the Frogger model in the final game with this one. It's way cuter.
Yeah.
Just tell me
Yeah,
not.
It is.
Nope.
Okay! Of all the things that I thought I was going to see next, it was not that.
Ate a bug and... How about build 8? Does it have them?
I get.
Yeah, but
Was that a joke?
the earlier you go, the less complete they are.
Is build 11 the most complete that we're going to see them?
I think it might be build 17, but I also could be wrong.
17?
I know the PC version also has them in a semi-updated form, but I'm not gonna ask for that because there are of course the compatibility issues and yada yada.
What is this PC unknown build?
PC unknown build is June 29th.
Yeah, I'm totally unorganized. I feel like I'm missing a bunch too. Maybe I'm wrong, but...
I think it's in the release number 3 folder.
I gotta check my downloads folder for a, Frogger build release 3?
It could be number... Okay, it's gonna be number 4.
Three and 4. I'm gonna take these and put them into my thing here. I don't know why they're not in here. Yeah, okay. Here's a lot in here. 4, 18, and 20. My problem is I want to play these in single player so I can get more full screen rather than only having half of the screen.
I don't know if any of the builds you could try build 8, but I don't know if any of the builds are
Copy and
late
paste
enough that you can still do that.
Oh.
I forgot about this title screen.
Oh wait, you know what? Hold on. I think I know why. Let me give me a second here. I know why it wasn't letting me.
It was croaking out of his face and out of his butt.
I think the reason it wasn't letting me is because
It's in a constant state of croak.
Let's try this again. There we go.
What'd you do differently?
I just didn't select player 2.
I see.
So it's like you get more game in single player.
This is definitely a level that works pretty well in single player, which is why I'm shocked that they didn't take this and then just kind of retrofit it into... Because this level's freaking massive.
Yeah, I agree. They should have kept these levels. They all need tweaking to some extent, but
more enemies.
But they were all usable, especially the jungle one. Like they could have just added a second jungle level so easily, and they just chose not to.
I gotta say the bee, the forest zone has
that one kind of sucks, but
you think
I
so?
think if they tweaked it a bit.
Or the bees follow you, you mean?
Yeah, the bees follow you, and it's not that great, but...
Ah, shit. Can I free movement? No free movement. Anyway, this is another level, like, I would definitely take these with Frog Lord and, like, again, soup them up a little bit and make them less, Garbo.
Oh, yeah.
There's definitely potential. Anyway, I would play the whole level, but I don't have all the time in the world now, so I'll do this one. These levels, by the way, are exceptionally massive. They are...
Were the bees sprites before, or were they actual little models?
I think they're sprites.
I remember before, they were always sprites?
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't notice because they were like moving in a circle as they moved around. Because when they're holding in position, they move in a circle, and then as they move, they keep moving in a circle, right?
Yes, yeah, they like rotate around. I think that these levels are particularly interesting because we see in the final game that we've only got like 2 forest levels and both of them are not that great. So seeing another one is really cool, and then same for jungle, like seeing another jungle level is pretty cool. I definitely think that this level is too big for the amount of time you get, however. I think that the time limit is definitely the killer here.
Does Froglore let you change the time limit of a level? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So is the ultimate plan to make the ultimate version of Frogger that has every single level that was developed?
Yeah, that's something that's on the to-do list, though. It might
A very
be a while before we get to
long-term
that.
to-do list.
You could probably disable the
Several year-long to-do list.
timer somehow.
Can you disable time limits completely? Yes.
I don't remember the keybind to disable them.
Yeah. I don't recall if the keybind is in this version or not, but it's like L, R, and then a button. Like remove the bar and everything. Oh, and Froglord. So you can't remove the bar in Froglord, because some what Froglord is mainly able to do is the stuff that is in the game files. But the thing that like makes the bar show up is in the game's code, which Froglord does have a limited capacity to kind of tinker with, but it's pretty small.
Sorry. Let's try this again. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Is this level different in here?
If I recall, that's just gonna be the same level that always shows up for the cave multiplayer one. Does the timer use a graphic? No, it's completely code-based. That's right. This level
seizure warning, everybody. Seizure warning.
Yeah, this level we should probably view in Froglord because it doesn't really work in game that well.
Yeah, that's definitely not something that I want to be showing on stream.
No?
Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I will load up those levels in Froglord and then maybe call it quits for tonight.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. I'm just going to mute for one moment just so I can tell my fiance something.
Roger.
So, I'm back. I'm going to dig into that build with Froglord real quick. And I'll do my desktop so people can actually see what's going on here. So, let's see. Furthermore, what builds Kneesnap have the ruins levels in them?
It is just the PC July version.
Okay. So I guess we'll start with what is it? Jungle multiplayer. So this is the level that was seizuring out, flashing very rapidly. We have like a whole nother jungle level here with a whole area over here. A little river that goes in between.
Yeah.
Little building over here with creatures in it. It's like somebody took the time to design this whole level and then it just did not end up getting used whatsoever.
No, that's a pretty big one.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting. It has like little cavern areas too. By cavern, I just mean
Fall and die.
Yeah, the area that you fall, which is interesting because there aren't a whole lot of levels that kind of do that. Frogger goes skiing, and that's about it.
Really? So that's the only one?
Let me.
I mean, well, do you lump in lava with that? Because if you lump in lava with that, then
Well,
then you can just say,
what I
oh,
think
water,
of
right?
is kind of having a textured kind of area that you can fall into with that goes really deep like that.
I know in like the desert levels, you could like tumble down the hill, right?
Yeah, but I wouldn't really consider that as much of a hole because that's just kind of a cliff.
What is this? Is this an actual like Sky multiplayer level that we haven't?
It's Airshow Antics.
Oh, this is just an air show. But the flags are the or the baby frogs are flags. So I'm wondering if they were intending to use that.
Yeah.
But, what was the other one? Forest. Here's the forest level that we were playing.
Yeah, like you can see how massive these levels are compared to like the normal ones.
Definitely too big for the amount of time that you get. Desert multiplayer, and it's just this weird tube. Cave multiplayer. Oh yeah, cave multiplayer is this, whatever this is.
Whoa.
It's multiplayer skiing.
Oh.
Which didn't end up getting used.
We previously mistook it for snail racing, but
there is a volcano level that ended up never making the cut here.
Yeah, that looks like that's really early on.
Again, I would really love to be able to play these in the game, but I guess at the moment we are unable to. Or rather, without Game Shark codes, we're unable to. I guess these are oil drums for some reason. I guess they didn't have any other entity to put there or something.
I'm not entirely sure what they are. I still need to do more digging to figure out what exactly is going on with this level. Because I don't think it's... I don't... the model that shows up is different depending on which version you load, and it seems that there's something odd about that level. So I need to do more digging. Don't forget to look at the Suburbia multiplayer.
Sub-M. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So yeah, this was the level I was
Oh,
playing.
this is what you were playing. Was this what you were playing earlier?
Yeah, this is the one where...
Okay. Now I get the overview.
A much bigger view of what's going on here. It just, again, it blows my mind that like devs spent time designing these levels and then they just didn't end up making it at all in favor of
Did
some
you have
art.
any info on like what tools they were using? Obviously we have Froglord and other stuff like that, and like Wonder if he really wanted to go crazy, but like what was their workflow for making a level from the beginning?
Yeah, so it was they had a proprietary tool called Mappy,
Okay.
and I'm still trying to kind of figure out all the details.
PC July build, is it this one?
Yes.
But we don't have any information beyond that, or anything like that, because
I've been kind of trying to piece things together. I did manage to find a couple really low res screenshots of Mappy from several years later, but really we don't have a whole lot to go off.
okay.
Here's the closest thing we have to a ruins level. I don't really think that there's a whole lot going on for this because there's no textures and...
Looks like one of my unfinished Quake 3 maps.
Yeah. So this is like definitely a ruins level. It was made in the ruins zone. Interestingly, it does say it was for the cave theme. But I suspect they just had it set up that way because they didn't have a ruin zone set up in the game yet. But this is it's completely untextured, and that's why it's just showing random gibberish. But yeah, it's still pretty cool.
This would make a sick ass like you just said, like a Quake map or something.
Oh yeah.
The vibe I'm getting from this is like there's this one map in Half-Life 2 Deathmatch called Spookface, and it's like it looks exactly like this, except it's like actually like ruins. I don't know. Anyway.
Interesting.
You know, it's also kind of reminding me of like one of the inner pyramid levels of Super Mario 64.
True.
But that might just be the yellow tile everywhere that just makes it seem like desert blocks.
It's jungle early. Oh, actually, yeah, this is before they actually made the ending area like an actual like ending of the game. This was kind of like just more level, which again it's a little excessive, I think, but pretty cool. What else is of note?
There was too much of note to realistically go over it all.
Yeah, true. Is that same level?
Please join us for our 20-hour-long, in-depth video.
Yep.
Where we cover literally everything.
Complete history of Frogger development. It's like that one video that I don't know if either of you have been recommended this video, but there's this like really long retrospective on Skyrim that's like 10 hours long. We just got to do that. But
I thought it was it 10 hours or was it 20 hours?
It was a really long time. It was definitely more than 10. It was either 10 or more. So we got to do that before Frogger.
Globus says to check out the cave levels.
Again, this is the July. This is a build sometime around July. I know this is kind of out of order here, but it's what happens when you're kind of...
This is very familiar to me.
This is the same.
Yeah.
This one is... I don't know what in the world.
Whoa.
This may have been...
This looks like a Doom map.
This may have been this was either another attempt at snail racing, or it was another kind of idea for Frogger Goes Skiing.
Do we have... Can we play these? Like, are these playable at all?
I haven't attempted it. I believe with a Game Shark code, probably. They might even just boot in game.
This is a
don't
PC build. So like memory editing, maybe, if it's a PC build.
Oh right, it's a PC build. Yeah, we just changed the address that it would load the level from.
This level got revised a bunch of times. For some reason, they thought it was a good idea to make the playable space a transparent texture, which I think is kind of funny. There's another forest level here that is just kind of attempted at something, but isn't anything. This build has way more in it than I thought there was, actually. I didn't even process this.
There are so many builds here that we still haven't, like, that I still don't have, like, a mental picture of everything. I just kind of like, oh yeah, that exists. Oh yeah, that exists. I just keep forgetting about what exists.
Purple water in this level. And then there's that really funny thing where there's 2 orange frogs in it, and they didn't change it for like weeks. Didn't care about that level.
Have you guys played Cruelty Squad?
I have not.
Well, you know how it's like there's just a jumble of horrible textures all over the place. It's like some of the levels that are not intending to look like that because the textures are wrong here just look like that game.
Cruelty Squad.
Probably not that bad. The Cruelty Squad has to be one of the least aesthetically pleasing games I've ever seen. It's totally intentional by the devs, by the way, but like, oh my god.
Sounds abrasive.
That's just what it kind of reminded me of.
This is... okay. We should look at, just real quick, because this is probably going to be the last thing I do here. I'm going to load up the... where is it? This one. I think it's this one. Suburbia 2. Yeah, okay. We can load up this level and take a look at it. This is kind of an overview of this one here. There are these big...
Arches?
which are, I guess, tunnels, but the level is just black, so they just look like arches.
I guess if you looked at it from above, might look more like a tunnel. I know they have the ability to do that, like fade, that gradient, black gradient, transparent to black gradient. So that may, if that ever panned out, they'd probably use that there.
This was in the. I'm going to just real quick go to YouTube and search up the Frogger German trailer. There it is.
I think I remember you showing me that.
This was, for the longest time, this was kind of the only footage we had of it, was this, like, few second clip of this. And I remember there was somebody...
You gotta go frame by frame through this. Jesus.
I remember there was somebody in the Frogger Discord where they kind of, like, tried to dissect this and piece together, like, a map of what they thought the...
Oh my god.
It ended up being really accurate. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is that level right here. And I don't think that the actual data for this level ever changed. I think that they made the level and then
it did change, but slightly.
All of the assets changed, but I don't know if the level itself did very much. So, anyway, I think that might be where I call it for tonight.
That is fair.
Yeah.
We covered a lot of stuff, and there's and I believe there's a bunch of more.
Oh, there's a ton more. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
And so, how often do you guys do these streams?
Every so often.
It's been erratic.
Yeah, kind of like once a week, maybe sometimes twice.
Twice a week?
It was twice a week when it was like when these were first dropping, but I feel like now it's kind of like once a week.
Okay. Should I be here for the next one?
100%.
If you want.
If you want to.
I might. I definitely might.
All right.
No promises, because if it turns out I got something doing, I don't want to. Cause I already missed a promise one time. I ain't gonna do it again.
We will see. We'll try to organize something. Thank you all for tuning in. This has been a lot of fun. This has been a great experience. And we'll see you in the next one.
Yep. See you later, everybody.
Peace out.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.